Hey guys, I'm Laura, and welcome to episode 2 of the Quantum Creating Your Reality series. This series is based on what quantum physics is teaching us about how reality is actually a projection from within us. So when we want to manifest things in our reality, it's not a case, I don't ever use the word manifest anymore because it kind of, for me, it brings up this idea of magnetizing something from an external reality and trying to bring it in, trying to be a magnet to call it from reality into our reality. When actually creating reality means to allow it to flow from within you. We instantly create the things that we want. So the moment we identify that we want something in our reality, the moment you see your life in a particular way, you have instantly created it that way. And when we don't allow it to become the way that we visualize it, the way that we see it, that is because we have beliefs, definitions, and programs stored inside of us that are filtering and that are disallowing us from creating it that way. So, what that means is, it means that everything that you want is already created. The fact that you want it is the proof that you've already created it. You're not inspired to want things that you haven't created. You wouldn't be aware that they exist. The fact that you want something means that it does exist for you. And so the thing that prevents us from actually allowing the experience of those things to become our physical reality is our own inner filtration system. And this is made up of our beliefs, our negative limiting belief systems that we've acquired throughout our lives. And we've built these beliefs about what we can and cannot have in our reality that limit what we can experience. And we also have programs that we are looping in our lives. You know, if you sit in a really good meditation and you really embody a future reality, another reality, a greater version of you, and then you step back into your life, you can step back into these automatic programs that are running in your life that are so well trodden. They're loops in your life that are so well trodden, they prevent you from making the other decisions that could bring the other things into your life. They prevent you from following the guidance. You're on an automatic program instead of allowing guidance, allowing life to flow through you and being spontaneous and living the life that you want to live. And then we also have our definitions. And these are the way that we assume things about reality. Our brain is like an artifact of our life. Our brain has been collecting data throughout our whole life. And that also includes our entire nervous system. Our brain and our nervous system has been collecting data. And we have all of these topics in our life that we've been experiencing and we've been collecting the data of. And so if we have an experience in our life, our brain tries to predict the experience. And this means that we can get caught living in old definitions. For instance, if you define love or having a relationship with somebody as scary and something that gets you hurt, then that definition will keep you stuck in these holding patterns where you just keep creating that over and over and over again because your brain keeps predicting. Your brain is looking for experiences that it can tie in with the information that it has stored about these experiences. So the way that we define things in our reality is so important, so important. They can overwrite reality. For instance, if you met a new person and they had no traits of of somebody you've been with before, but you have all of these things still stored in your brain and nervous system about another person who hurt you. And then you see something similar from this new person that you've just met, because you define men, women, or whoever you decide that you want to pursue a relationship with. When you see something similar, when you see some similar behaviors, your brain goes into prediction mode, and your brain says, this person is this. We know what we know this behavior. And instead of actually seeing things as they are, you see things how you define them as. And you can start to project old patterns onto new people. And so let's go to the whiteboard, and I'm going to draw this out, and we're going to have a look what quantum creating our dream relationships looks like. And let's look at all of the things that could be holding us back. I need this just as much as you do. Trust me. Let's get into it. Okay, so here you are. And you are a powerful creator of reality. And here you are in your reality. And inside of you, inside your nervous system, you have all of these beliefs, all of these definitions, and all of these programs running about reality. And you are building a physical world around you. So everything that you want is flowing from within you, from the eternal quantum realm where everything you want exists, is trying to flow in, but it's all being filtered by your programs, your definitions, and your beliefs about reality. And then you experience a reality that you are building around you. So reality is a projection from within, and it's showing you all of your beliefs, all of your definitions. It's showing you your inner world. So physical reality is actually a mirror of your inner world, your inner programs, your inner definitions, and your inner beliefs about reality. Now, this person, they have all of these programs running, all of these beliefs and definitions running about love, about romantic relationships. They have their parents' relationship. They have things that happen to their friends. They have things that they've seen in the movies. They have their ex. They have the time that they had their heart broken for the first time. They have that person who lied to them. They have that other relationship they have. They have the person that they were seeing for a bit. They have the person that they're currently seeing. They have all of these programs that are running, building this inner program, this inner belief system program about love. And they also have, beyond all of this, beyond all of the conditioning that they've received throughout their life, they also have their idea of their ideal love that exists beyond time and space. But they don't really believe that they can have this, because every time they dream up this love that belongs in the quantum realm, they dream it as the person that they are. And then as soon as their mind thinks about it, it runs through their system, and one of these things activates and reminds them, oh no, all men are this way. My dad was like this, and so all men are like this. My mum was like this, and so all women are like this. That happened to me, and I was happy in that relationship, so all relationships hurt you. They have all of these things that activate, that are holding them away from the thing that really does exist for them. Because whatever we experience in the quantum realm, the imagination space, which is the quantum realm, which is the time, which is the space beyond this three-dimensional reality. It's the space beyond this time-space reality where all things exist. The fact that they can experience it there through their imagination means that it does exist, because you can't experience anything that doesn't exist. And so it does exist. It just doesn't exist for them as the person that they currently are, with all of these installed programs based on this topic. And all of these topics that they have from reality are actually stored in their nervous system. And their nervous system is designed to protect them, which means when they do think about love, these things are quite literally activated within them. The reason that our nervous system gets activated is because of what I now call unclosed loops. And what an unclosed loop is when we've had an experience in our life where we haven't completed the experience. And an experience is completed when we've brought it back to love, when we've brought it back to the one truth, the only truth that everything needs to be brought back to be finally completed. And that is that you are the powerful creator of your reality. And so all of these things that have happened in this person's life, if they still believe that these things happened to them, they haven't completed these things. To complete these things, they have to bring them back to the completion, which is knowing that they are the creator of their own reality and that nothing ever happens to them. They're never a victim within this creative experience. They are always being given opportunities to learn, grow, and evolve in different ways. And so if they still have these experiences stored in their nervous system, that their nervous system believes happened to them, their nervous system is going to continue to try and protect them from those experiences, because their nervous system hasn't got to the point where it says, okay, we can let this go. This is completed. So how do we complete these loops? Every time this person visualizes the love that they want to experience in the quantum realm, and I have this in my own life all the time, and I bet you do as well, is that when I activate love, the topic of romance and love in my life, one of these comes up. So for instance, I might get a text from an ex-boyfriend that then triggers all of these thoughts and feelings. Why that's happening is that is an incomplete loop that is saying to me and to you when this happens that there is something unfinished here. You are still blaming somebody for something, and you're still storing this experience in your nervous system. Why this is so important is that things that we have stored in our nervous system, our beliefs and our definitions about reality, stored energies that we haven't processed and let go of, have their own magnetic field. If you had a bad experience with an ex, say that's this over here, and you never forgave them, and you stored it in your nervous system, and you never completed the loop, you never brought it back round to, okay, if I'm the powerful creator of my reality, why did I create that experience? Oh, I see. I had to grow and evolve in that particular way. And that relationship helped me to do that. Because that hasn't happened, and there's still blame, and this person still blames their ex and has stored that energy in their body. That energy that's stored in their body actually has a magnetic field. And so it will be magnetizing the same thing. And this is how we get stuck in these repeat experiences, just repeating the same thing over and over again, wondering why we keep magnetizing that kind of woman or that kind of man or that kind of relationship, is because we haven't let go, we haven't forgiven, and we still have that energy active within us, magnetizing relationships. That's why it's so important to close these loops and to actually fully let go, because you really do let go of the whole experience and you allow yourself to elevate to higher timelines where the version of you that experience helped you turn into actually gets to be active, and you get to magnetize relationships from their perspective instead of the perspective of the person who was in the relationship. So it allows you to become the upgraded version of you that relationship was sent to you to turn you into when you fully let go. The more that this person practices this ideal relationship that they want to attract from the quantum realm, and the more of these unclosed loops they allow to be activated, and the more that they go inside of themselves and question, why is this being activated? This must exist within me. How can I complete this loop? They witness themselves, and that means not gaslighting yourself and saying, oh, you shouldn't have felt that way. It's saying, I understand All feelings are valid. I understand why you would have felt that way. And then provide yourself with the validation that you need for your nervous system to let this go. And then bring it back to the one powerful truth that you need to bring everything back to in your life. And that is that you are the powerful creator of your reality. So witness yourself, provide yourself with the support that you need to fully let go, claim that wisdom, and then bring it back to the powerful truth, which is I'm the powerful creator of my reality. I created that experience. I'm so thankful and grateful for that experience because it helped me become this. And then you will allow yourself to evolve into that version of you. And every time you do that, every time you let one of these things go, or at least evolve into a loving perspective, you will slowly in your programs and belief systems turn into more of a loving being. You will be refining all of this stuff from all of the blame, all of the fears. You will be refining it into love and tuning all of these back into love. Love, forgiveness, all of the things that you want to be magnetizing in your future, from your future relationship. And you'll be turning into the version of you that is in the relationship that you want to allow to come through into your reality. Remember, it's all about being the version of you that is in the relationship of your dreams. And when you become that version of you, when you let go of all of the parts of you that hold you away from being that version of you, that relationship will come in. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know. Lots of love.